this is Raina with LYLO Crafts coming on today to share with you incredible cards that we can make with simple, plain scrapbooking paper in 5 minutes. Yes, just 5 minutes, and they are gorgeous. Let's go for it. So I wanted you to see these two different versions of this card. I think it's so pretty with offsetting colors on the side and using black cardstock and actually drawing in the stitching on the bottom, and then also making the flowers three-dimensional as well as using ink to color them up. I have this riff that I would also like to share of this card, and you can see this time I used a vellum doily actually to create that side piece now in just one color in the background. Now what you can also do is put some of your double-sided tape, run it right along, and put glitter right on top of that to make a different color side banner. You can also use any of your lace that you have on hand or ribbon too. So many different ways that you can make lines or separations to enhance your faith, love, and hope daisies. So the first thing you're gonna need is this beautiful die from the In Love Art Shop. And you can see it's all one piece, and I would leave it in one piece. You can cut it apart if you want to use it separately, but it comes with the 3 flowers, the 3 middles, and the faith, hope, and love sentiment. So I think this die is fantastic. Now, when I cut out these dies, I like to use regular 65-pound cardstock, and then I double it up and I run it through my machine twice to be able to cut these out. And so when you do that, you get more pieces, which is awesome. Then that enables you to be even faster and to make more things and make more than one at a time. And that's a big time saver too. Okay, the next thing you're gonna need is just a standard card base, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So any old card base that you have, this time I'm gonna use white. And the first thing you're gonna need is a strip of paper, and this strip is 1 inch by 5 1/4 inches. So 1 by 5 1/4. And the second thing you're gonna need is a second sheet of paper that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And so I am using a lightly patterned pink one this time, and I'm going to use black cardstock. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white jelly roll pen, and I think stitching adds so much to a project, but you know what? I don't have the time to get my sewing machine out and stitch. So what I'm going to do is just take my jelly roll pen and go along and draw in these dashes. Okay, so we've got that all the way around the card. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to shape these flowers a bit. So I am just going to use my fingers and just kind of manipulate the flower to curl under. You could curl them up too. Once I do that, I'm gonna take a few petals and I'm gonna bend them up. And so I'm kind of doing like 2 petals and then 1 and then 1 petal and then 1. And that's going to add some beautiful dimension to the card. I want to thank the In Love Art Shop for giving you guys this 25% off code to use in their store. So please go and check them out. Also, I would so appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Let's continue. Once I've got them all bent like that, we're just gonna go ahead and glue them in place. And I'm gonna start with the top one, and I'm only gonna apply glue just to the center of the flower because I do want the petals to be able to be free and to pop up. So I'm not gonna glue the petals on down. I'm just gonna put a little bit of dots of glue right here on the face. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna smear the glue so it doesn't have any glops of glue that come out. I'm just gonna match these two right on up. Go ahead and put it down. And then I like to take a cloth and dab off all the glue. And the beauty of the art glitter glue is it doesn't really leave any residue once you get that down. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing for the hope and then the love. Okay, we've got our 3 flowers glued on. Next, we are going to work on our centers. Okay, for the centers, I am just using these Cali Art markers. You can use any kind of marker that you have. These are alcohol inks, but they do not have to be alcohol inks. And so I've got 2 pinks. I have a lighter and a darker pink. And I am going to color the entire thing with the lighter pink shade. I'm going to take my second color of pink and I'm just going to tap around the edges so that I'm just creating a little bit of additional shading, a little bit of a different color here just to add some dimension. Now, I am no expert in shading and coloring, so this is just my take on it. I'm sure so many of you are way better at this than I am. And I'm making it a little more heavy on one side and then making it a little lighter on the top. Okay, so now we've got our 3 little middle pieces, and then I just have some of these small little pop dots from the Dollar Tree, but you can use anything that you have for pop-up foam and just cut it on down. These were just really nicely sized, and I'm flipping them over and I'm gonna put one on each one. And now we're just going to peel off the back and then go ahead and attach them into the flower centers. And 3. So there you have it. Aren't these cards beautiful? And you did them in under 5 minutes. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.